Welcome to Fabulosity for You. And my name is Angie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please hit the subscribe button, then click on the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first one to know. Also, like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, beauty, and life. And for those that is not your first time visiting my channel, welcome back, my queens. And so tonight is ladies' night. And so tonight I got kind of casual, but still fly. I have on a Gucci shirt with the matching Gucci hat, and I have on some overalls that I got from Guess, and I have on some Gucci gym shoes. So, ladies, I'm a little bit casual today, but I'm still fly for ladies' night. I got all fly for my queens. So, today, we're going to be having relationship advice. And so, before I get into that, you know, I always like to wear my pair of glasses. And today will be my Burberry glasses. And these are my Burberry glasses. Okay? I'm going to give out a disclaimer. My queens. Don't get mad at me if I say something you don't like tonight. You still click the like button and make a comment. And if you have not subscribed, then you still subscribe. Okay? This is just entertainment, and these are just my opinions. So tonight, we're going to be talking about dating. So today's video is for women that are single. It doesn't matter what age you are, but it's for single people. If you are married, you can still watch this video because I know you have some single friends out there that may need this advice. You might have granddaughters or daughters that need this advice. So, we're going to get right to it. Okay, so I'm going to first give another disclaimer. Before we can even get into dating, you first have to get rid of emotional baggage. And a lot of ladies out there have emotional baggage, okay? And emotional baggage is carrying around hurt from the past, be it previous relationships or just what may have happened to you in your earlier part of life. And it's still there. And you're just hurting. And until you're able to get rid of emotional baggage, it's going to be really hard to have a healthy relationship. And so you might say, Angie, how can you get rid of emotional baggage? Well, that's when you have to form a spiritual relationship and a relationship with God. Because God can help you overcome your emotional baggage and the hurt that you've had just by praying. Now, for those that have emotional baggage and it's from, and you still many years later feeling the hurt and pain that you experience, then you may need to have some counseling. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that will help you to become the better version of yourself. And that's what's important, to have a healthy relationship. Because you can get out here and you can meet a man, but you are bringing along your baggage and your hurt, and you are looking at this man as if he did something to you because the last man did something to you, and it's not fair to him, and it's really not fair to yourself, because you could possibly have met someone that you can have a relationship with, but because you are still hurting, it's just not going to happen. So ladies, before you get out here dating, take care of you. Now, the reason I decided to even do this video is because even though I am married, I have friends that are single, and they seem to be, all of them, saying the same thing about how hard it is today, how hard it is to have a good date. And also, I had a woman inbox me. I just created a Facebook page for Fabulosity for you. And that's a space that if you would like to inbox me on a topic you want me to talk about or something you want to share with me regarding relationships, that will be the place to do it. Or you can always email me at the email that's in my description. And I will put my Fabulosity channel information, well, Facebook page information in the description. So anyway, this woman said that she was in her 40s, and she had been in a committed relationship for 10 years, and then for whatever reasons the relationship ended. And so she hadn't been in the dating world in over 10 years, and it was really scary for her, and she was not enjoying dating, and she asked me for my advice. So here we are, and we're going to talk about it. The second thing I want to say is you have to be very realistic about what type of man you want. Especially when you're over the age of 40 and you're looking for a man with a flat stomach, the muscle guy, with a good job and plenty of money, education. And you got to understand, when you are seeking a man like that, you have to really take the rose-colored glasses off yourself, off your eyes, and say to yourself, will he be looking for me? Because we don't look like we did when we was in our 20s. Okay, so as you evolve into being a grown woman, you have to change or review what exactly that you're looking for in a man. Because as you get older, you can't say, well, I want him 6 feet tall. I don't want nobody under 6 feet. Let me get my glasses. I don't want nobody under 6 feet. I'm not going to date nobody under 6 feet. And you don't have a man. You don't want to turn, maybe be overlooking men that could possibly be the man for you. But because he's not 6 feet, you don't want to date him? No. As you evolve into a woman, you want to be able to be realistic about your wants and needs in a man. And looks shouldn't be the factor. Now, even though we don't want nobody dog ugly, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you really do want to be realistic about what you're looking for. And you have to ask yourself, do you think that man will want you? Are you prepared to, do you have the education? Do you have the accolades? Do you have the money? And do you have the looks? And that's just being realistic. My queens, once you got rid of your baggage, and really getting rid of your baggage is simply, forgiving those that have done you wrong. Once you release that, you'll be in a better place, and you have to be very optimistic. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. My friends are so pessimistic. They're like, ain't no good men out here these days. Ain't no sense of me going out, because these men, all they going to do is lie to you, cheat on you, and that's it. There are no good men. But what I have to say to you is, there are good men out here. But when you are coming from a place of hurt, then you might not see it. Now, when I'm gonna get personal. When I got divorced from my ex-husband, before I just went back in the dating world, I realized after I went through the process, that I had taken myself through a process. Um, Ending a relationship is like death to some people, to all of us, because you're mourning the relationship you used to have, and it's no longer there. And once I realized I had taken myself through these steps, and one of the steps was forgiveness. I had to forgive him and I had to forgive me, because when a marriage ends, it's not just one person. It's a two-way street. And I made myself accountable for what I did in the demise of my marriage. And I had to get real spiritual. I had to pray to God for strength and all of that. And so once I came through that, and I released emotional baggage, I then wrote a book. And so my book will be out in the new year, in 2023. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how to transition from a marriage, or a committed relationship, to being single and coming out, being without emotional baggage, and meeting a man and being in a healthy relationship is what the book is about. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you have to get rid of the emotional baggage, and you need to be careful what comes out of your mouth. Because whatever you put out in the universe, my queens, can happen. If you think there's no good men out here, then you're not going to meet one. If you think all men are the same and they cheat on you and they drag you through the mud, then that's what you're going to get. So when I got divorced and I took myself through this process and I was ready to date, I was very optimistic. I said, you know what? I'm going to get married again. Because I liked being married. I just didn't like the person I was married to. I said that to my mother, and my mother said, really, you getting married to again? Who you getting married to? And I said, I don't know, but it's going to happen for me. And she started telling, my next door neighbors, Angie's getting married again. And they'll say the same thing. Who's she marrying? She don't know, but she's going to get married again, and I believe she will. I was very optimistic, and I was not feeling like, oh, all men are the same, because all men aren't. All men aren't. There are some good men out there, but you might be so have so much baggage and hurt that you might not be able to see a good man if he was standing in your face. And some women have all these, well, he got to have this, and he got to do this, and he got to be this way, and he got to be muscled, and he got to have a flat stomach, he got to be 6 feet, he got to have education, he got to have a lot of money. And unfortunately, it don't work like that. There's no perfect man out there. You're going to have to deal and work with something. It's all about what you want to deal with. And that's some real talk. But once you start being realistic about dating, you can, and you don't sabotage yourself. That's another one. You don't sabotage yourself. Then dating can be very exciting. And so now I'm going to go into the do's and don'ts of dating. Okay? Do, talk about yourself and be honest in what you're saying. You don't want to be dishonest, because at the end of the day, if you guys continue to date, he's going to find out, whether what you were saying is true or not. So be honest, ladies. don't drink too much. Have a limit when you go out. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to show him that side of you so fast and you just meeting him. Don't talk too much. If he asks you, when was the last time you were in a relationship? Just say really simple, it was about 3 months ago. And if he says, well, what happened? And then you say, it just didn't work out. And I really don't like to look back. I'm looking forward. Some women, they be like, he say, what happened, girl? Oh, let me tell you what happened. He wasn't no good. He cheated on me. He was an alcoholic. He was a sex freak. Really, do you think somebody really want to hear that? No, that's a quick way of saying, this man saying, well, what's wrong with her dealing with somebody like that? So you don't want to give out too much information. Just say real simple, it just didn't work out. We was together for about a year now. It just didn't work out. Don't be an over talker. It's okay to talk about yourself, but if he asks you, tell me about yourself. Well, I'm a lawyer and I went to Northwestern and I have 2 children. I really think men are intimidated by me. I love to travel. I have 2 cars. You going on and on and on. And this man is like, this woman is really self-absorbed. Remember, ladies, you trying to get to know him too. You want to be a listener. Because once a man starts talking, you can learn a whole lot about him. He will start slipping up, saying stuff that maybe he shouldn't have said, and you listening to catch it. So, be more of a listener than you are a talker. The next thing I would say is you want to not talk about, do you want children? Do you want children? Do you want children? If you're in the childbearing age, do you want to get married? That's not the thing you should be talking about, the subject you should be talking about on the first date. But do understand, maybe on the 3rd date, you start telling the man what you want and asking him what he wants. That's too early on the first date to say that. The next thing I would say is, and this is just some advice, some women, single women I know, it's like, girl, he didn't take me to no real nice restaurant, girl. We just ain't got some pizza. And I'm going to just say this. Things have changed since I dated. Inflation has gone up. To take out a woman to a nice restaurant and you guys have a couple of drinks, the minimum is going to be $150. And understand, you're not the only person this man is dating. So he has to decide who he going to get at, take this wine and dine. He can't wine and dine everybody. And, so he going to wine and dine the woman that's giving him the cookies. Not you. He just met you. Now, after he get finished going out on a date with you and he sees the vibe and he might say, wow, I'm really into this woman, then maybe the next time he would take you to somewhere you might really want to go. And a don't is when a man asks you out, no, don't tell him, oh, I want to go here and or he ordering food. No, you should try this. Don't be aggressive like that. Let the man take the lead. You say very politely, well, you know what? Even if he asks you, you choose the place. And then as you get to know him, you can do that. So you don't want to be too aggressive. And so you got to understand, I wouldn't do Netflix in some wine to your house until you've been out for a couple times. You don't want to start your first date on that, but you might not be going to that fancy restaurant on your first date, and you can't feel no ways about it because it's expensive. And if this is a person you had a great date and you guys go out several more times and you really like him, it's okay to say, hey, you want to go out for some pizza? It'll be my treat. Because then you letting this man know that, hey, I'm somebody that's a team player and I will take you out as well. Okay? And so I want to say this, ladies. You have to understand that there are some good men out here. But you have to take care of yourself and take care of getting rid of emotional baggage. And if you have to see a counselor, that's okay if you can't do it yourself. Because I know people, single women, that have been not with the guy that they were with for years, and they still talking about him like it was yesterday. So, you have to move forward in order to have a healthy relationship and a healthy dating experience. And so, on that note, I don't want this video to be too long. And thank you for watching my channel.